Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Common Investment Meeting of the New York City Retirement Systems for July 18th, 2018. We're going to start by calling the rolls of the different funds. So if we can, let's start with teachers, since it's summertime.
Oh, wow. They get the teachers.
They don't like that.
Thank you, John. John Adler,
Yes, I am here.
Thomas Brown,
Here.
David Kazansky,
Present.
Lindsay Oates, Deborah Penny,
Here.
and John Dorser. Thank you. We have a quorum, Mr. Adler.
Thank you, Mr. McTeague. Let's move on to NICERS. Ms. Winery? Mike?
Chair, Mayor's Office,
John Adler?
Comptroller's Office,
David Jetter for Controller Scott Stringer.
Public Advocate's Office,
On behalf of Tish James, Larry Schimmel.
Borough President Manhattan, Borough President Brooklyn, Borough President Bronx,
Martha Camille Savio, General Counsel.
You need to turn the mic on. Yeah.
middle, yeah.
Martha Camille Savio, Borough President for the Bronx.
Borough President Queens,
Alan Swisher for Queensborough President Melinda Katz.
Borough President Staten Island,
Isaac Gordetsky for Borough President James Otto.
International Brotherhood of Teamsters,
Ruben Torres for Gregory Floyd.
Transport Workers Union,
David Katzman for Tony Utano.
District Council 37.
Raymond Santander for Henry Garrido.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Melanie. Next, let's move to fire. Mr. Dunn?
Good morning, John. For the mayor?
I think you're off.
Phil Dukes for Mayor de Blasio.
Okay, for the controller?
John Dorser for Controller Scott Stringer.
For commissioner of finance?
Jackie Gold for Commissioner of Finance.
For the UFA, Gerard Fitzgerald, Leroy McGinnis, John Kelly, and Peter DeVita, and Eddie Brown.
Eddie Brown is here. I have a proxy. They should be walking in the door any minute. I just got to text him, Leroy.
Thank you. For the UFOA, Jack Kelty?
Here.
John Farina?
Here.
Paul Mannix?
Here.
And for the fire commissioner?
Terrell Brown for the Fire Commissioner.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Pat. And police, Mr. Sen-Castet.
Thank you very much, Mr. Facilitator.
You're quite welcome, Mr. Sen-Castet.
All right, Office of the Mayor,
John Adler, representing Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Office of the Controller,
John Dorser, designee for Controller Scott Stringer.
Commissioner of Finance,
Cynthia Collins representing Commissioner Jacques Giha.
Office of the Police Commissioner,
Stephanie Zimberg, designee for the Police Commissioner.
PBA,
Dan Torelli with proxy for Patrick Lynch, John Puglisi, Mubarak Abdul-Jabbar, and Merritt Riley.
DEA,
Kenny Sparks, proxy for Mike Palladino.
SBA,
Anthony Burley, designee for Ed Mullins, SBA.
LBA,
John Beatty for Lou Turco, LBA, and I also have the proxy for Roy Rector, the CEA.
Mr. Facilitator, we have a quorum.
Thank you so much for that dramatic roll call. Okay, and lastly, I don't think there's anybody here at this moment from BRRS. Is there anybody here at this moment from BRRS? Okay, I believe that BRRS will make an appearance, but they won't have a quorum, and so as usual, they will discuss the issue at their next board meeting, which is next week. Okay, what's that? Do we have a new arrival? Is that what you're saying? Is there a new arrival? Marika?
Hi, I'm Marika Scott McFadden, Deputy Borough President and designee for the Borough President of the Bronx.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Marika. Okay, any other trustees in attendance since we did their respective roll calls? Okay, great. So we're all in session. While we're still in public, I would like to make a recognition that this is the last common investment meeting for John Farina from the UFOA. John has been a trustee, I don't know, 5 years. Okay, I knew it was before I got here. So for 5 years, and just on a personal note, I want to say that John Farina has been an excellent trustee, in attendance and in participation, and you guys have all seen the questions that he's asked here at the Common Investment meeting. He's very active at the board meetings as well. He is taking a very well-earned retirement, and I just want to say, I think on behalf of all of us, that we're going to miss you, John, but enjoy, again, that well-earned retirement.
John, at my 50th birthday, my father got up in front of everyone and he said, what could I say? He's turned out better than I expected. And I think that sums it up. I really have been blessed to be part of the New York City Fire Department. And to work with so many wonderful men and women. I never anticipated being a firefighter. As some of you know, I wanted to be a hairdresser, but that didn't work out. And I honestly think God had plans for me. And I tried to listen for once in my life. And I ended up here somehow. And I thank God for my blessings. For the city, you know, we can't blame the city if we make poor choices. We need to focus on pensions and working together to get the job done. And I think that's, they had foresight to see that if we put all the 5 funds together, that would be accomplished. So I want to wish you all a wonderful life, career, and hopefully one day you all get to enjoy retirement. I certainly hope I do, and thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, John.
One thing, there's no crying in the controller's office.
That's baseball, Eddie.
Same thing.
John, if I may point a personal privilege.
Please go for it, Pat.
I had the honor to work with John Farina on the UFOA Executive Board before my new assignment. John always had the welfare of the people he represented first and foremost, always showed and illustrated care, compassion, and faith. My distinct honor and pleasure to have crossed paths with you, John. I wish you health and happiness in your retirement. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
And this is Eddie Brown on a serious note. It's been a pleasure working with this board from the UFOA, and John has always been a gentleman, and he's good for a laugh. He's very funny. He talks about the hairdressing, which is a breath of fresh air, but he always looks out for the members, whether it be the captains or the firefighters. He always looks out for the guys. He's a gentleman, and that's what we need more of, and we're going to miss him dearly.
John, if I may, I just want to say on behalf of the Comptroller's Office, I've had the pleasure of being on the board with you for the last 5 years and knowing you for longer than that. And I just want to say that you've always treated the members with the utmost dignity and respect, and also all the people that you've come in contact with at the Comptroller's Office the same way. And you know, we appreciate it as an office, and you've been a true gentleman to deal with, and we wish you well in your next endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John.
And just, John, I wanted to add for the Bureau of Asset Management, you know, really truly a pleasure to work with you. We thank you for all your hard work and dedication and service, and wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alex. We got some other folks here. Is that Deborah? Deborah Penny?
On behalf of the teachers, I want to say that we enjoyed working with you, and more importantly, we're going to miss your sock and shoe selection.
Good stuff.
I was thinking about coming to the public sections when I get some new shoes.
Anyone else? Did I see another hand over there? No. Okay. We could be here all day just recognizing John, but We do have other work to do, so with that, we will move on. And I believe we'll now entertain motions to enter executive session. Let's start with fire, if we might. Is there a motion to enter executive session at the fire board?
John Farina, so moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion to enter executive session at fire, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Next, at police, is there a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Is there a second? Anthony, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion to enter executive session at police, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Motion carries. At NYSERS, is there a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Katzman. Is there a second? Thank you, Ms. Scott McFadden. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion to enter executive session at NYSERS, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Motion carries. And at teachers, is there a motion to enter executive session?
So moved.
Okay, I couldn't see who that was. Did you see? Who was that?
That was me.
Mr. Kazansky. Thank you, Mr. Kazansky. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Brown. Did I hear that right? My ears are not so great. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion to enter executive session at teachers, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Just for the record, I believe we do have a representative from BERS here. You want to make your statement, Mr. Rodriguez?
Absolutely. Tony Rodriguez with the Board of Education Retirement System. We will take up the matters at the July 20, today's the 18th?
Yeah.
The July 25th regular board meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. The tears strolling down my cheeks. Okay. With that, we will now exit public session and enter executive session for all the boards. Can we please turn the cameras off?
Cameras are off.
Thank you.
Pension fund. There is one item remaining, which was a holdover item from our last regular meeting, and it is the Public Employee Pension Transparency Act and the board's a proposal for the board to send a letter to Congress. So I'll turn this over to the council to discuss.
At the recommendation of the Mayor's Office of Pensions and Investments, I have modified a template letter to send to members of the Congress in the United States Senate and House of Representatives discussing the proposed Public Employee Pension Transparency Act, also known as PEPTA, which has been proposed to increase transparency in public pensions, and this letter would represent the New York City Police Pension Fund's opposition to that proposed legislation. Does anyone have any questions about the letter that I've circulated to the board?
No, I would just say that the bill doesn't really increase transparency. It purports to do so, but in fact, it's a punitive bill that is designed to increase opposition to public pension funds among the public and does nothing to genuinely increase transparency or improve public pension funds. That's all I would say.
So, John, would you like to make a motion to accept that?
Yes, I would like to make a motion that the board accept the draft and vote to send this letter to our congressional delegation.
Okay, and is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so motion is, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Let the record reflect it was unanimous. So at this time, I'm going to also turn it over to Nicole to do a report out of executive session.
During executive session, the Board of Trustees heard recommendations from its consultants and the New York City Office of the Comptroller's Bureau of Asset Management in the following asset classes: private equity, real estate, and hedge funds. Discussions were had and actions were taken, details to be made public at the appropriate time.
So at this time, we'd welcome a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? Okay, motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
Thank you.
In executive session, 2 real estate investments were discussed. Consensus was reached, which will be announced at the appropriate time. 2 private equity investments were discussed. Consensus was reached, which will be announced at the appropriate time. There was a discussion about the potential for co-investments in private markets. There was also a discussion on the recently issued RFI on climate issues.
Okay, during the executive session, the board discussed various investment matters, reviewed personnel decisions, and also made decisions about which candidates to hire. We now need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, the meeting is adjourned.
Ready for report out? Yep. The board agreed to commit funds to a real estate investment, the details of which will be disclosed at a later date. The board agreed to commit funds to a real estate investment, the details of which will be disclosed at a later date. The board agreed to commit funds to a private equity investment, the details of which will be disclosed at a later date. The board agreed to commit funds to a private equity investment, the details of which would be disclosed at a later date. And the board agreed to commit funds to a high yield investment, the details of which will be disclosed at a later date.
Having no further business, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you very much. A second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? Any abstentions? So that we are now